Hey guys, so you guys saw me walking outside. That was literally around 3:20ish when my son got out of school. It is now 4:49. It is December 10th, Tuesday, and the plan was to do Vlogmas, Vlogsimber. It is not going as planned because my life has just been a little chaotic, and I've just been exhausted and in pain. And so all the videos I had planned. I have a whole calendar set up of the videos I wanted to do, but I'm not sure how well that's going to honestly pan out, unfortunately. And so I'm gonna try to get this vlog going. I want it to be a reading vlog. I wanted to read Mountains of Spice by Hannah Hurnard. The cover is here because I read her other one, High Feet on High Places, something like that. I can't remember. See, my brain is just not thinking right now. So I figured I'd pick up this camera and record some content for you guys. Life has been lifing. I can give you some updates. Baby girl is great. She's currently sleeping in her swing in the living room with my son while he's doing homework. Breastfeeding has been going. I'm more so hand expressing rather than putting her on because I don't be having time to fight with her to get her on, but I do need to start putting her back on. So I'm still working on that, but I did find a secret to increasing my supply, which is like the dumbest thing ever because I've tried everything. I've tried the supplements, I've tried hydrating. I don't hydrate and eat as much, so I know that that's like a problem, and sleeping is also a problem for me. But like I've tried it all, the body armors, the oatmeals, and mind you, I drink body armor religiously. I eat oatmeal all the time, so it wasn't like something new for my body, I guess, because I've always been drinking it and whatnot. Prior to being pregnant. But hot chocolate. Hot chocolate has been the thing for me. Sorry about that. Went to my mom and then got me a popsicle. I grabbed the book. So this was the book that I read, Hinds Feet on High Places by Hannah Hurnard. I love this book so much. It was absolutely life-changing, phenomenal read. As you can see, I have some annotations in here. Not a lot, but it was so good. And I have the ebook of Mountains of Spice that I want to read. And so I think this is what this vlog is going to be. A little bit of me reading, a little bit of my life. But like I was saying, the supply jumper for me is hot chocolate. Who would have thought that out of everything that I've spent my money on, from the body armors to the oatmeals, I got brewer's yeast, I bought flaxseed, I bought chia seeds, I bought the legendary milk supplements. Hot chocolate with some oat milk does it for me. The first time I tried it, I went from only getting 1 ounce from a boob to 2 to maybe 3 ounces. So that means now I'm producing anywhere from 4 to 6 ounces of milk, which is great because my daughter is drinking 3.5. She really should be doing 4, but when I give her 4 ounces, she is puking. And so I limit her to 3.5, even though she's still hungry after the fact. It's just too much for her. And so 3.5 ounces. So I'm producing enough for a bottle. The problem is I'm not hand expressing as much as I should. I was doing maybe 6 to 8 times before. Now it's maybe 3 to 4 times in a day, maybe 5 on a good day, just because life is lifing and it's a lot going on. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm supposed to be doing my Bible study of Nahum. I have not started that. I am in a planning group. Oh, speaking of, I need to actually comment back because I did want to give away. But I'm in a planning group, and this month we're going through, between this month and next month, I guess, into the new year, we're going to be going through the book of Revelation. I've never read through Revelation. I've read most of the entire Bible thanks to being at Moody. But the only book of the Bible I have not completed was Revelation. And so I've never read through Revelation. I know little bits and pieces of Revelation, but I am going to get that done. I don't know, maybe I'll listen to Revelation tonight, and then tomorrow start studying it because I need to get my Bible. I have not. Like, I've been praying, but getting into the Word for me, I have not. So let me see if I can find my book. Because right now I'm reading a comic, a manga. this graphic. It's not a graphic novel. This manga is what I'm reading. I'm not that far in it, but it's alright. Let me find this book right now. There's also an illustrated version of Hinds on High Places that I do want to read. But Mountains of Spice. I want to read this book so bad. It's an allegory about human weaknesses and strengths, comparing the spices in the Song of Solomon to the fruits of the Spirit. Sorry. And so her books are so profound to me. And so I eventually want a physical copy of this book, depending on how good it is, because I think I did give Hinds on High Places 5-star. I have a reading blog somewhere on the channel. I'll leave it linked in the cards. But I want to at least try to read 3 chapters, 3 or 5 chapters today. Baby girl is knocked out, like I said. So Babe is on his way home. We are leaving tomorrow. No, we're leaving Thursday to New York. Sorry, my son came in here about his homework. He finished his PE homework. He has to do math and ELA. But it is 4:58. I'm gonna chill. Hopefully start reading soon, depending, because my son is going to be doing homework. So I really am excited to read his book. And this is my Kobo Libra color. I will have an updated review and walkthrough of this e-reader really soon. I'm working on the contents of that because I love this thing so much. It is amazing. I've been using this way more than my Kindle. I do have a Kindle Paperwhite 11th generation. I thought about getting a 12th generation, then I thought about getting the basic, but it's unnecessary. So clearly I did start reading it at one point. I just never continued on. Yeah, see, I did an annotation key and everything. Ooh. Interesting. I did an annotation key and everything. And so I'm going to probably do a journal, actually, because there are notebook features on here. So I'll do that and show you guys to come back.
She just got up.
Okay.
I put the TV on for her. Oh.
It's okay.
My bad.
I'll come back when I start reading. Silly girl.
I get it now. All right. I'll calm down. I'll get it now. There, you have a real mess down here.
Stop grabbing your clothes. You're making your bottle now, Mama. You're gonna get the breast milks in the bottle. What are you so excited about with your little feet? You're taking a bath tonight, too.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Are
Hey guys, it is currently 9:44 Tuesday night, and I'm just now starting to read. I just pumped about 3.5 ounces of milk, put that in the refrigerator. Baby girl is knocked out. As you guys saw, I made my amazing hot chocolate. This mug I got from Walmart maybe 2-3 years ago, so that's sad on it. But babe is still at work. His regular shift today was 8 a.m. to 4. They needed someone for OT, and he took it. And so he's... Sorry about that. I don't know if you guys hear the stomping from upstairs. My landlord's children are making noise. But yeah, he's going to be there till 11:30. So he won't be home until almost 2 o'clock in the morning. But we are talking about Mountains of Spice tonight. Mountains of Spice, let me get this on so you guys can see the cover. Come on. Put it on. By Hannah Hurnard. Apparently it's book 2 to Hinds Feet on High Places, which I did love. I loved this book so much. It was phenomenal. It was an eye-opening experience. And so I'm super excited to dive into Mountains of Spice. Now, I've looked everywhere for a synopsis, and the only synopsis that you get is honestly what's on the cover, which is an allegory about human weaknesses and strengths, comparing the spices in Song of Solomon to the fruits of the Spirit. So I do know that one of the main characters is Grace and Glory, and if you guys don't know, the way Hannah Hurnard writes her stories is very allegoric. If you like C.S. Lewis's writing, you're gonna really enjoy hers. In Hinds Feet on High Places, she had a character named Much Afraid, who as she went along on her journey with a companion, sorrow and suffering, she learns the importance of sorrow and suffering. She learns the importance of just love and being with the shepherd, and how you can be transformed. And it is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, just looking back at like the scriptures and things, just such a good read. So Much Afraid, I can't really get into details because it's literally a follow-up. Now that I'm looking at those last couple of pages, I get it. So yeah, it's following a young girl named Grace and Glory. And so let's just go ahead on. So just this little intro here, it says, "My Lord and King," said Grace and Glory, "what is true love? How can it be recognized?" The King says, "I am love. If you want to see the pattern of true love, look at me, for I am the expression of the law of love on which the universe is founded." So good. Obviously, if you can't tell, the King is Christ. And so, yeah, I have my key here. So, you know, can't wait to do that. And I'm gonna dive right in. All scripture quotations are taken from the King James. Okay. This book was published in 1977. Interesting. Okay, so there's a preface to the allegory right before you get into the book, which is great. So honestly, what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to read the last chapter. Yeah, I'm going to, because it's talking about some characters that I really, like, I kind of remember, but really don't. Do I want to read the last chapter? No, I'm just going to skim through my markings. Okay, yep. Now I remember. So if you have not read Hinds Online Places, you definitely have to read this first before you read Mountains of Spice, because it's literally following like right after this story. So I have my hot chocolate for the night. Let's see if I can find the audiobook. I'm gonna check Hoopla, and if it's not on Hoopla, I will check through Libby. My local library out here in East Orange, where I live, they have Hoopla, so I'm not really sure if they would have this though. Okay. Hinds on High Places. They have Mountains of Spice, but only the ebook. Nope. Okay, so there is no audiobook apparently. Let me check Amazon. No audiobook. Okay, that's fine. I'll just read it. So we're gonna get into reading. I'm gonna try to get to chapter 5, at least chapter 5 tonight. We'll see. But we're gonna get into reading. Hey y'all, it is currently 10:43. Oops. I just finished reading chapter 1 in the preface. The preface is really, really good, just giving you some background information about the book and her thought process and stuff like that. Chapter 1 follows Mrs. Dismal Foreboding, which her name is exactly what it means. And that's the thing that I love about these books, Hinds We Don't Hide Places, as well as this one, is that the names of the character really mean and emulate their characteristics. And so to know who Miss Dismal is, you must read the first book. But she is the relative of Grace and Glory, and she is very much so in a, oh my gosh, in a sort of tragic situation where her husband has left. I can't remember if he died or if he actually left. Her son is in prison, and both of her daughters are in messed up relationships. One of her daughters is in a marriage where her husband has left her without anything, and then the other one is in an abusive relationship. And her children's names, her son is Craven Fair, one of her daughters is Spiteful, and the other one is Gloomy. And so you can see these names are very much so in relation to their characteristics. And so we get to see Miss Valiant. She comes and she tries to get Miss Dismal over to her house because Grace and Glory is over. She's telling her the story of Grace and Glory, and she's just pissed. She's irritated. She even has a moment where she can, spend time with Grace and Glory, and she's just very much so, I don't want to say vindictive, but very mean and rude and nasty towards her. And it's just seeing how evil she is and how much she's stuck on her life being this terrible thing, and how calamity has befallen on her, and how she doesn't care for the shepherd, she doesn't care for the king. She's looking at almanacs and talking about astrology. And so you're seeing the difference between Miss Valiant and Grace and Glory versus Mrs. Dismal Foreboding and her situation. And so far I'm really, really enjoying it. I will say the chapters are long, so I'm kind of like in and out the chapters. The first chapter, I don't even remember how long it was. Let's see. Chapter 1 was 29 minutes. So chapter 2 was 20 minutes. And that's why I wish I had the audiobook to listen. But chapter 1 was all about Mrs. Dismal Foreboding. And now chapter 2 is all about Mountains of Pomegranates, which is love. Let me see something. The Law of Love, yeah. So it seems like it goes between a character and then it moves into one of the spices as well as fruit of the spirits. And so I'm interested to see how that goes. Yeah, so I'm on chapter 2. I'm probably just gonna only read to chapter 3 because these chapters are a little long and I'm getting a little tired, but I also want to stay up till Bae gets here. So I'm probably gonna read to chapter 3 and then game, and then try to finish this book up tomorrow. 11% of the way through. I am marking it up as I'm reading. You guys can see my annotations. So we are making some headway into markings and stuff like that, and I'll talk about my annotations I guess later on. But I'm truly, truly enjoying it this far. It is a little long. It seems to be dragging just a little. I don't know if it would be a 5-star right now. It's sitting at a 4 for me, like a clear 4, with just the information, the connections, and really breaking down how a person can be when they have these sort of characteristics attached to them. And so yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna try to keep reading until chapter 3. If I read to chapter 3, I'll come back on and give you guys my thoughts. If I don't, I'll finish this vlog tomorrow, but we're gonna finish reading this book. I did finish my hot chocolate, so I'm gonna go make me something to eat. I'm actually gonna go do my skincare right now and go make me something to drink. Either a hydration drink or just drink some ginger ale to keep me up while I read. So I'm gonna go. I'll catch you guys either in a few or tomorrow on December 11th. Hey y'all, it's 1:08 in the morning, December 11th, Wednesday. My husband will be here soon. He should be here around 1:45ish. Trying to see that, but trying to say it, but I'm so tired. But I just finished chapter 2. I could have read earlier, but I washed my dishes that was in the sink, and I washed all of her bottles. I try to go to bed without dishes or her bottles in the sink, so that in the morning it's not a lot. I might have like 1 or 2 bottles to clean, depending on when she wakes up. If she wakes up between 2 and 4, that's a bottle, and then if she gets up at 6, I mean, that's by then it's like morning time. I'm already up. But chapter 2, wow, just, I've never had a pomegranate. I like pomegranate flavoring, but I've never had an actual pomegranate fruit. And the way that Hurnard described it and connected that fruit to the fruit of the Spirit, specifically love, awe-inspiring. So I will talk about this tomorrow. I'm trying to stay as quiet as I can so she don't wake up. But I'm gonna try to just lay down till my husband gets here. Because when he gets here, he has to go to bed. He has to get back up at 5 in the morning, which is why I'm pissed that they had him do overtime today, because y'all want him to come back tomorrow. He works at 8, but he leaves here and catches the 6 o'clock train, so he gets up at 5. And so his job just makes me irritated sometimes, but I am grateful that he has the job that he has. So yeah, I just want to get the room situated, make sure his food is good for when he comes in, because I know he's going to be really tired. So yeah, I'm going to go. And like I said, we're at chapter 3 with Gloomy and Spiteful, which are the daughters of Miss Dismal Foreboding, which are these are the cousins of Grace and Glory, and Miss Dismal Foreboding is the aunt of her. And so, what? Got characters named Bitterness and Murmuring? Wow. Just wow. We'll get into this tomorrow, but I'm gonna go and we'll finish this. I'm saying tomorrow, even though it's already tomorrow, but it's not tomorrow until I go to sleep. So I'm gonna go. Hey guys, it is 1:27. At 2 o'clock, I actually have a call that I have to take. But I'm getting ready to eat some lunch. I woke up on time this morning, walked Vay out to, so he could go to work. He left around like 5:30 something. And got my son up at 6, gave baby girl a bottle. Like, I was up. But you know how, like, when you up and you put an alarm to get up? I set an alarm for 7:30. By the time I woke up, it was 8 something. My mom had took my son to school for me. I got back into bed, and my mom woke me up at 11:30. I'm just tired all around, but I got my sweater on. Baby girl chilling. If you watch me or follow me on Instagram, then you saw she was talking up a storm. But I'm trying to eat before this phone call. It's a prayer line. Not a prayer line, but an intercessory call for myself. I switched over to reading a graphic novel, The Infinity Practice by Wendy Zhu. I'm not sure. I am still reading Mountains of Spice, and I'm also reading a Christmas book, A Snow White Christmas, I think it is, by Toni Shallow. The cover is here. I'm reading that, and then I want to read her other Christmas novels as well. But yeah, this phone call is at 2 o'clock, so I'm just trying to eat. So for the time being, I'm just going to read this, watch some YouTube until my call. After my call, I'll come back and give you guys my thoughts on chapter 2, and then I'll read more of Mountains of Spice. Hey guys, it's 2:40 right now. I just finished my prophetic intercession call, and just wow. I am a part of the Transform Network with Prophetess Nia Cerise. And so I've joined that. I've been a part of that for a while. And so I think a week or 2 weeks ago, I had my prophetic clinic. And then today I had my intercessory prayer call, which both of them were phenomenal. They were just confirmations on some things that I knew. This little one is a busybody. She don't know what she want to do. But I have taken my notes. I have my thoughts. Not my thoughts, but like what has been spoken. So this was from today. And this was from last week, I think it was. What's up? You want to talk to the peoples? Tell the people what happened. Tell them. Tell them. Tell the people. You don't want to tell the people? Come on, we could talk to them. They know you. Oh, you want to be quiet now? They know you talk. I'll be putting you on Instagram. Yeah. Just think of mama. But yeah, it was really, really good. So I'm honestly almost done with the Infinity Practice by Wendy Chu, the graphic novel. So I'm just gonna finish it, and then I'm gonna come back and tell you guys my thoughts on like the second chapter of what I read, and then just do some more reading of Mountains of Spice because that was so good. It's the way she's looking at this. Amaya. Girl, you just going to stay at the people's? You're not gonna say nothing? Say hi. She is looking like, what is going on? I see myself. I see my mommy, but I don't understand. It is raining something crazy, so it's definitely a cozy day. I did finish my meal. I just need to drink all of my water before I go make a hot chocolate. But yeah, Transform Network is definitely a phenomenal blessing in my life. It's been amazing to be a part of that ministry and to be under some of the teachings of Prophet Nia Cerise and her husband, Prophet Timothy. And it really has been amazing, and some of the things that I've been able to learn and glean from them. Outside of obviously my leaders, my bishop and apostle. And so yeah, I'm very grateful that there are things out there for believers to get into so that we can grow and learn and evolve and mature in the Lord. And so yes, it's been a blessing. Just some reminders from the Lord, and confirmations on a lot of things that I knew. And so it's been a blessing. So yeah, I'm gonna chill with her for a bit, get this done, and then I'll come back when I get to reading. I'll either come back when I'm getting to reading, or I'll discuss chapter 2 and then read. I don't know, we'll see how I'm gonna do it, because I don't have much time left on my phone to record, because my phone has obviously been taken over with like videos of her. So I'm gonna go and I'll be back. Hey guys, it's 3:07. Baby girl sleeping, and I finished that Infinity, whatever it was called. I just finished that book. What was it called? The Infinity Particle by Wendy Chu. Give it a 4 stars. I enjoyed it. And so I really want to pick up A Snow White Christmas by Tony Shallow. 46% of the way through. I have an hour to go. But this is not a reading vlog for that, so I'll read it in between. But I'm going to get back into reading Mountains of Spice by Hurnard, 18% through. It says I have 4 hours to go, so technically I could finish this today. But let's get into chapter 2 before I get into chapter 3, because chapter 2 gutted your girl, okay? It gutted me. So chapter 2 is Mountains of Pomegranates, which is focused on love and the law of love. And so we have the shepherd and Grace and Glory talking after they return back to the high places. Sorry. So after they return back to the high places, and Grace and Glory wants to talk to him about what she can do to just, assist her aunt in what can be said. And she realizes that whatever difficult questions that she has that's perplexing her mind, she can talk to him and learn what he wants her to say and how to fit the message so that it penetrates. And sometimes I think that as believers, we feel like we have to know everything and what to say to people to get them to know him. But sometimes it's not for us to just say things. We have to go to him for those things, because only direct words from God can penetrate the heart. So I could easily go to someone and say something to encourage them, but it won't penetrate as well as if God is giving me those words to directly say to them. And so, yeah, we focus on the mountains of pomegranates and its connection to the law of love. And it is absolutely beautiful. Like, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I was crying internally, not out loud, but I'm trying to get to that page because there's a lot that could be said about like sowing seeds of bitterness and how that grows and how it takes root and how it can smother and choke the life of love sometimes out of people. It's just, she's holding on to her pacifier and pulled it out her mouth. Here you go, mama. Okay, there you go. So, my alarm for my son, but I don't have to pick him up because that is. Okay. Here you go. But, okay, so the Mountain of Love with the view from it is one of the best places in the world for asking questions and for receiving answers, right? And so when you're at the root of love or focusing on the core of love, you can ask questions and get answers because you're doing it in a place of love. And so the King, which is obviously Jesus, says, love is one basic law on which the whole universe is founded, and by obeying the law, everything abides in harmony, perfect joy, and perfect fruitfulness. When it is broken, disharmony immediately results. So righteousness is a condition of everything which is in harmony with the law of the universe, and therefore right. Unrighteousness is everything which is out of harmony with the law of love. Holiness and happiness and health are the result of complete separation from everything which breaks the law of love. And a holy people are those who are set apart to love. And then it talks about, like, breaking the law and how you can disrupt it and frustrate the law of life, and how you can get into like disharmony and stuff like that, and just everything. And so what I read earlier, that scene that I read earlier at the beginning, I'm reading it again. It says, I am love, the King said very clearly. If you want to see the pattern of true love, look at me, for I am the expression of the law of love on which the universe is founded, basically the world, right? And the very first characteristic of true love, as I have manifested, is a willingness to accept all other human beings just as they are, however blemished and marred by sin they may be, and to acknowledge oneness with them in their sin and need. To acknowledge also that every human heart needs both to love and to be loved, and that herein lies the very root of the oneness of mankind. And I'm just like, oh, this was everything. And then he sings a song about how self-love is a lie and love of self is inward strife, but love turned outward is true life. And we see it all the time, how people are on this like self-love journey, and it kind of destroys them somewhat because they're not turning that love outward, they're turning it inward. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with loving yourself, but when you make that the top priority of loving yourself, then it kind of negates what you were made to do. Because there's a scene, here it is, I was about to talk about it. So she's there with at the pomegranate garden with the trees, and it says, then she looked at the trees of love growing all around them as they sat up there on the mountain, saw how laden they were with fruit which others were to pluck and enjoy, finding all the meaning of their existence in their ministry of giving. And so as a believer, you're meant to love, and that fruit of love is meant for others to be able to enjoy, right? And in them enjoying it, you now are giving love. You're in the ministry of giving, and it was just so profound. I mean, I have a lot of markings and stuff like that. It was everything. And so here we go. Love must express itself in giving, must find a way to become one with others, just as he found a way to give in his own life to us, and thereby to become one with us. Just, it's amazing. So I'm on to chapter 3. There are 18 chapters, I think. Yeah, there's 18 chapters. So I'm going to read all the way to chapter 9 and then come back with my thoughts. So basically, chapter 4 focuses on joy, chapter 6 focuses on peace, and chapter 8 on long suffering. And so it's going through some of the characters and then going through a fruit of the spirit, right? Or a spice in a sense. And it's just beautifully written. So I'm just going to keep reading to chapter 9. And whenever I get to chapter 9, whatever day that may be, I'll come back with my thoughts. Hopefully I can get up to that today. Like I said, there's only 4 hours left, so I can actually do a lot of reading. Honestly, I'm not picking up my son today. His father's picking him up. He has basketball practice, and he's gonna be with his dad this weekend. And so, really, I technically could, depending on baby girl. Yeah, but on you, she's awake. It depended on you, mama. Can mommy read today? Can I? Come on. So, depending on her, we'll decide if I can actually read this book completely through within 4 hours. But I'm gonna go and get some reading done. Hopefully, if she was asleep, she's up now. We don't know. You wanna say hi to the peoples? Say hi. Ew, I didn't say burp. I hope that wasn't a wet burp. Ooh, stank face. Alright, so let me go chill with her and try to get some reading done while I chill with her. I'll come back to you guys when I get to chapter 9. But thus far, it's looking like a 5-star read because I'm loving the chapters. I really am, and they're gutting me. But I'm going to go and come back to you guys. Say bye-bye. You stay trying to get into somebody's camera. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to go.
No, this bus is the party.
Guys, it's the 12th. I have not finished the book. I'm only on chapter 6 because of this little one. She's been crying consistently to be held. And so, reading has not been easy for me. Yeah, I tell the people that you're stopping mommy from reading. Yeah. So I'll come back, like I said, when I get to chapter 9, which is the 50% mark. Hey guys, it's Friday, December 13th, and it is 1:51 p.m. I'm in New York at my mom-in-law's place, as you can see on the couch. And as much as I want to continue this reading vlog, I'm just gonna do a part 2, finishing the book, because I don't know when I'm gonna finish this book. I read through chapter 6 yesterday. I could have stayed up and read up to chapter 9, but it was like 24 minutes for the next chapter. I just didn't have it in me. And I feel myself getting down. And I don't want to be on camera like that. You guys know I like to keep it as transparent as I can without sharing too much. And it has really been a tough week for me mentally. Yeah. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. There will be a part 2 of me finishing the story. Like, even right now, I'm holding this little one. She just wanted to lay on me. I tried to put her down, She kept waking up. She kept crying. She kept screaming. I held her. I sat her next to me, and she ended up falling asleep. So, babe and I are supposed to be going out. We have to take her with us. Yeah, I'm not there right now. If you guys can tell, mentally, emotionally, and physically, I'm out of it. So, I will chat with you guys in the next video. If you made it this far, put the book emoji in the comments so I know that you watched. And I will definitely have part 2 coming. So I'll catch you all guys in the next video. Bye.